Could former Hall of Fame quarterback Peyton Manning replace Ted Phillips as the CEO and president of the Chicago Bears? Let's talk about it. What is going on, y'all? Fox Sports all back at it with another video talking, of course, my NFL here to talk about the Chicago Bears. And here to talk about this rumor about Peyton Manning being linked to the Bears' new opening job, which is going to be obviously open when Ted Phillips leaves at the end of this season. So I want to talk about this, and here's kind of what the rumor is, okay? Essentially, Chris Emma, who's a Bears insider for 670 The Score, mentioned a bunch of names that could potentially be the replacement for Ted Phillips when he does, in fact, retire after the season. And one of those names he mentioned was Peyton Manning, okay? A couple other guys that he did mention, I wrote them down here for you guys. Trace Armstrong, former NFL defensive lineman who's now a prominent agent, as well as Jim Phillips, AOC commissioner and former Northwestern athletic director, and then, of course, Peyton Manning, okay? And I want to talk about the Peyton Manning one because it's intriguing. He's popped up in rumors before. And when Ted Phillips does retire at the end of the season, this is a big hole to fill here, folks. We're talking about a president and CEO of the Chicago Bears. Like, this is a huge position. It might be the second most important position after ownership, right? So Peyton Manning's a guy who's had a lot of success in, obviously, football, but also in business as well. Peyton Manning's got an extensive business empire, and he has previously expressed interest in, you know, kind of getting into this side of the NFL in terms of, like, you know, being as president or maybe managing teams, etc., etc. So the thing is, when I look at this, and do I legitimately think it's got a chance to happen, right? Would Peyton Manning, somebody who's obviously one of the greatest players of all time, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, would he genuinely be interested in the Bears position? And to me, I have my doubts, okay? I have my doubts, and here's why. Peyton Manning's, you know, doing his gig with, I think, ESPN, where him and Eli do their, you know, Manning cast segment, and it's a big hit. It's a big success, and he's chilling, man. He's in retirement. Like, there's no pressure. And I don't know if Peyton Manning's going to want to go back in a spot where it's a lot of pressure here, right? If you are getting hired to replace Ted Phillips, who's been here forever, like, there are some lofty expectations that are getting put on you. Like, you're not going to be able to just come in the role and, you know, ease your way into it or not have all this pressure. Like, we're talking about the Chicago freaking Bears here. You are supposed to be the guy who is going to help lead the Bears back to a Super Bowl. So that's a lot of pressure. And I'm not saying Peyton Manning can't handle the pressure. He's one of the most competitive people ever. But I am saying, does he want the pressure now? Right? That's the question. And also, does Peyton Manning want to be put in a position where he is capable or, you know, could be fired? Right? I think Peyton Manning probably has this sight set on something bigger, which is ownership. I don't think he wants to be in a role where he could get fired, right? That pressure, it's just like if you got back into coaching, right? You could be a great player and then get into coaching and you can get fired, right? So to me, like, does he want to be put in that position? I just don't know. So to me, while the name, the stature, everything is there, and I cannot wait until we're past the Ted Phillips era, and, you know, I'm just waiting for it to happen. I just don't know if Peyton Manning is going to be the guy that would take on the role. I think it's going to be somebody that isn't necessarily a big name, if you will, but somebody that obviously has the experience necessary for the role. So, yeah, I have my doubts about Peyton Manning even being interested in the position just because of the pressure here. And that's just how I feel about it. So let me know what you guys think. Whoever replaces Ted Phillips, man, it is going to be some big shoes to fill in the aspect of not replacing Ted Phillips, but taking on the position of CEO and team president of the Chicago Bears. So let me know what you guys think. You guys have any names you want to throw out at me? Leave a comment down below, and I'll respond to them. So let me know what you guys think. As always, thanks.